Ladies and gentlemen, Keiki here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading. Today market is up about 0.05%. There on the S&P Nasdaq 0.2% negative. SAMI 0.1 Dow. Same with the Russell 2000. Transport red. Banks, energy, biotech, healthcare, home builders, utilities, retail, emerging market, every single sectors pretty much green today. Bitcoin up. Gold, silver, miners are also dollar down. Oil love, treasure bond up. VIX is down a little bit. Let's stick with S&P 500 ETF. Spider 65-minute chart. Here, so this is what we closed yesterday. Looks like we actually saw a significant gap down this morning here, as you can see. I think this is this could have been a huge opportunity for the sellers, knowing that we're kind of trading in this pivotal level here, gapping it down below the pivotal and the micro term, the short term moving, and that would have been the best strategy ever if they were able, I'm talking about the bears, if they can able to sustain that down gap. However, unfortunately, and we talked about this level in the last night's analysis, that should there be any kind of strength to the downside, we want to keep an eye on that 393 vicinity, right? Because that's the pivotal level, as you can see right here, right? That's the level where we saw that prior swing high acting as new support, not to mention that midterm moving average is residing in that vest. You see that pink dotted moving average right there at 393. That's the level right here. You can see that pink dotted moving average. Pink dotted moving average does carry a impressive resume, because the last time when we see that downturn very, very abruptly, that midterm moving average worked overtime to keep that buyer's dream alive, at least about 3 to 4 days or so. So now when we did see that huge down gap, that midterm moving average is teaming up with that pivot right here, 393, very, very quickly. And bulls actually dodged the bullet here, filling that down gap as quickly as possible on the same day, because we haven't seen this kind of a price action in a while. I mean, remember last year in 2022, we see a down gap, man, that price is going to fall for entire week, right? That's kind of been the trend. Something changed, it looks like, especially with the today's price, and bulls got back up and completely filled that down gap, killing that momentum, and that's a good news for the bulls here. So going into tomorrow, I think because the down gap was filled, right? That down gap was filled today, as you can see here, that was fully filled here. And a lot of times when the down gap gets filled, it's going to act as resist. Only way to actually, if bulls want to kind of completely avoid that resistance properties here, because again, that down gap was filled, probably gapping up, or at least to see that, strength, continuation strength for the first 2 hours. If not, well, we do have the short-term moving average here and the micro-term moving average in that vicinity. So as you can see, that level right here, the short-term moving average is currently trading at 398, or residing at 398, along with the micro-term moving. So both of these guys are hanging out at 398, 397. So should there be any kind of slide, bulls are looking to find support at 398, 397, and then kind of reignite itself to break above that gap fill area. And obviously, they want to tackle the 402, that swing high right here. Bears, obviously, if bears can gap it down one more time, and this time when you do see a down gap tomorrow, it needs to be below 397. So it needs to gap it down below the short term and the micro term if bears want to retest that midterm moving and fight with that midterm moving average one more time. That's probably going to be the only chance bears can possibly bring it down again. If not, bulls are really eyeing on that 402. Let's check out that oscillator. So as you can see, that oscillator, it hasn't crossed up yet. However, this price section look awfully close to we can see that we're now at this level, right there. So the oscillator, as you can see here, hasn't crossed up yet. So despite the fact that we did see a lot of bullish price action all throughout the day after that down gap, the oscillator remains favoring the sellers here, because it understands that when the down gap was filled, that level could still, and that level is a resistance until bulls can reclaim not only that 400 gap fill resistance, they need to reclaim 402 as well. So also to understand, unless if we do see a follow through to the upside tomorrow, yes, let's say if we do see a follow through to the upside and buyers see that continuation move, that oscillator will swiftly cross back up, and it could look a lot like what we saw just last week right here. You see that cross, you see that down move, and then you see that right there. And that, that oscillator didn't cross up until we see a gap up with a continuation move. So this move right here, you see that? You see how how that price goes up while the oscillator goes down. That in itself is a divergence, but only way to have that oscillator fully tracking, fully condoning, and endorsing and supporting the buyers would be to see that follow through the continue. So because once we saw that follow through move, that's when that oscillator crossed back up. It's exactly same setup here. America, fuck yeah! Where that, we see that downturn here. I mean, we've been seeing the downturn for a couple days, right? And we see that up move, but that oscillator continues to remain favoring the sellers, because the oscillator understand that it just one day pop is not gonna cut it. Same thing happened here as well. As you can see, we kind of sort of saw this one day pop here, right? That oscillator still did not favor those buyers here. As you can see, ever since it hit that overbought here, that oscillator never truly crossed up, even though we've seen some of these little pops here. So tomorrow is going to be important for both bulls and bears. Bulls obviously want to see that oscillator crossing back up. Bears probably want to see some sort of whipsawing action like this, and then possibly coming back down to retest 393. I'm going to come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Injury evening globe trading tomorrow.